Do, 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 do. I think we're in. I think we are in. Hopefully, this is it. YouTube's working. Fingers crossed. I think I cracked it. I think I've cracked it. Wicked. Right, let's get on the old social, get everything loaded up. Let's do this. Let's do this. Welcome everyone. Numbers are flying in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Gonna give people a minute to join in. Give people a minute or so to join in. So there's finally found a way to stream YouTube and Facebook at the same time. But the bad thing is the slight delay on what I say and what you see on YouTube and Facebook. So yeah, but it's working. It's working. And that is the important thing. I've got all my questions, 2 hours, but I'm there. I've done it. Cool. Cool. Might start kicking things off about 5 past. Explain how things happen, and then we'll go from there. Still got time to share the event. It's also important. Just click share on the old Facebook feed. And then see if anyone else last minute to join in. There's the YouTube link. You're more than welcome to kind of share that as well. So I know YouTube's quite a few on YouTube right now. Otherwise, pop it away, and then hopefully we'll crack on and get on with it. Really. So if you're joining in now, it's quiz, and I've sent the link on Facebook, so you've got the link for Facebook and YouTube. So trying to do it on Instagram, but Instagram you might kind of drop out because Instagram you can't live stream forever on Instagram. There's a certain point it cuts off. So bear that in mind if you're on Instagram, which is quite a few of you are, to be fair. So we're just going to play the field with social media, and this will only take an hour or so, if that, from there really. So if welcome, you're more than welcome to say who you are, and welcome to kind of commit to a quiz. I know the line, like what's going on here, but actually if you've got spare time, which to be honest, most of us have these days of lockdowns, there's no excuse. So why not kill an hour? And so that is the of today. Hopefully, what I'll do is so we've got also an app that kind of collates all across platforms to want to see. I want it. Oh. Cool. People are joining in. We'll give it again a few more minutes. Drink some beer and then have a good evening. I might try and stream on the old Facebook as well. Got the event on, got the Facebook thing on. So hopefully, I don't know if it works better with streaming on Facebook. Cool. Give it a few minutes because people are creeping in and messaging me. Doing that now. So what we'll do, we'll bang on the old Facebook Live as well. Oh, go flipping it. Get the flip the camera, Matt. So we're in. I'm going to get 2 minutes, and I'm just going to crack on with it. People are waiting. Numbers are high this week. It's really good. So, all that's there. Brilliant. Like I said, if you're new, welcome. If you want to give like a message saying hello, welcome to. And then I will just relay format, and then from the format, see if this works. That's on YouTube only. Okay, so comment section, this is YouTube only. Okay. Cool. So quiz. Come on. Wicked rounds this week. This week's awesome. So I think people are impatiently waiting for this quiz. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is, just because people are chomping, I'm going to have to crack on. I'm going to have to crack on with the quiz. This has been the 12th quiz since lockdown 1.0, and now it's 2.0. So we've stretched the quiz out for 12 sessions, and everyone got bored of quizzes and Zooms in July, June time. So retired from quiz, and then with lockdown again happening, people need things to do on a Friday. So I thought, why not? Let's crack on and get on with it. So if you're ready for a quiz, all you need is a pen and paper or phone kind of note section, and then all you need is that, really. So if you're ready, give us a thumbs up that you're raring to go, then I'll whip through the rules. They're very small but very important rules, and then we'll crack on, really. So if you let me know you're ready, that yourselves, your household, if you're ready, let me know, and what I'll do is just crack on. I'll crack on, really, and that's the way it is, really. So multiple rounds. Got your general knowledge, got your sport, got your music, and then you've got a couple of special rounds this week. So a couple of specials, and then and then obviously tiebreaker, which is the best one. So loads of breaks, loads of opportunities to kind of get involved, even if you join part way. Let's do a quiz. Let's do it. I have to week. It's unbelievable. My special round is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, a lot of I know pubs will want me to come and do their quiz. 100%. This is my job interview for the past 12 weeks, and already I'm smashing it. So the quiz concept is accountable to yourself and to your house group. So if you're competing with, if you've got a household and you're in the same room, you compete as a collective and compete against other family and friends. You're more welcome to, or just compete within yourselves. It's up to you, or whatever. The objective is to try and keep honesty as the best policy, and self-marking is obviously paramount in this. And it's whether you deem certain things right or wrong. It's up to you. I'm just the guy that says the right or wrong answers. That's it. I'm nothing special from that. I'm trying to keep the answers quite closed, not quite as open as possible. So do it. Let's do a quiz. So if you're ready, let's have it. Let's do it. People are jumping. So the structure of the quiz is 10 questions per round, 5 rounds. But what will happen is after every 2 rounds, there will be like a snacks break and a drinks break to top up and stuff and have a think. And then from your 2 rounds, we'll go for the answers from those 2 rounds. Cross them off, and then put in the comments what you've got out of 20, and then we'll go for the next 20, review it, drinks, whatever, get a chippy ordered, whatever, do what you want, just eat. And then 5th and final round, we'll smash that out, review that, job done. And then tiebreaker, if there's a tiebreaker, because obviously the comments will be flying. And if you just want to bet a little silly bet in your house with a tiebreaker, the loser has to do X, Y, Z if they're so far fetched from the answer. So the examples that I get is people have had to wash certain people's cars because they were so far off the tiebreaker question. So get a few pictures in the week's quite nice. See people fit tiebreaker round, which I like to call it. So pens, papers, notebooks, notepad ready. Let's use 11 minutes past 7. So let's do it. Cool. So first round is general knowledge. That's a staple. So here's question 1 of general knowledge. So what colour are the seats in the House of Commons? Good words out there. So what colour are the seats in the House of Commons? There you go. First one. Hopefully that's a nice kind of leveler. It's a nice leveler. So coloured seats in House of Commons. Boom. Question 2. What colour is on 70% of the world's flags? So what colour is found on 75% of the world's flags? Easy, maybe. So world colour is 75% of the, boom, get it done. In, you're laughing. Only 2 questions in. So question 3, general knowledge. So what means established? So Heinz ketchup, baked beans, etc. So was it established? It's on the tin. It's on the bottle. So what is the year Heinz were established? There's there's a bit of a delay from personal Facebook Live and then the event, so bear with. My days are above and beyond. Above and beyond. It's all working. So Heinz, what year established? Boom, question 3. Question 4. Pen and paper, that's all you need, pen and paper. Which seaside is home to the longest pier in the UK? So which seaside is home to the longest pier in the UK? Lovely. And that was 4. Question 5. What is Queen Elizabeth II's surname? What is Queen Elizabeth II's surname? Oh, people on the old Facebook, yeah, how you doing? How's Joy Price here? How you doing, pal? Like the shirt, quality, isn't it? How we doing? How we doing? Hope we're all well. Question 6. What is the name of the head teacher in Roald Dahl's Matilda? So what is the name of the head teacher in Roald Dahl's Matilda? And then question 7. What is the most spoken language in the world? So what is the most spoken language in the world? Yeah, price it is, yeah. So whipped it in, got it in for the hit the big 3-0 this year, mate, in July. So quite fortunate that through birthday, folks gave me a gift card. So whipped and got it, and that was before the third shirt came out, which was still the maroon one. Still quite tempted with the maroon one. Not gonna lie. So I might get that in December. So that was question 7, most spoken language in the world. Question 8, how many legs does a lobster have? So how many legs does a lobster have? Lovely. I think half this quiz is me drinking beer, isn't it, to be honest? The delay on it's quite bad. Okay, question 9. How many shillings in a pound? That's question 9. How many shillings in a pound? The 9th one. I can always repeat the questions if need be throughout the breaks, so don't worry, don't worry. And question 10, what does IPA stand for in beer? So what does IPA stand for in beer? I think I've mentioned this question before in the past, it's a classic. IPA, what is it in beer? Look at that magic. First round. Easy as that. Someone can get the snacks and the drinks for a quick one. We'll have to jump to the second one, which is a bit of music. And then after the music round, we'll jump into reviewing the answers, and then a bit of a break. No doubt I'll need a toilet break because I broke the seal. And then we'll go from there, really. So stay tuned. Right, let's do this. What's a power through, to be honest? I'll say stay tuned. I can't afford adverts these days. Poor charity worker. Poor charity worker. Okay. Question 1 of music. So most of it, 60%, 50% is like 90s. So just get your head a bit of 90s. There's your clue. So a bit of 90s. Round 1 of music. Question 1. Here we go. So which 90s girl group is the second? Which 90s girl group is? Hang on. Which 90s girl group is the second best-selling in history after the Spice Girls? God, I can't word this right. So which 90s group or girl group is the second best-selling in history after the Spice Girls? So if you're just joining, it's just round 1 of music. After 2, and I can smash through the rest if you need to. So that's question 1. So who's second to the Spice? Who's second to the Spice Girls? Classics. Da, da, da. Question 2, the music. Starting in 1997, who had an unprecedented 71-week run on the Billboard R&B chart with "You Make Me Wanna"? Who was it? So in 1997, 71 weeks in the Billboard R&B chart with "You Make Me Wanna." Classic. Cool. You can come back to it. Come back to it. Question 3. Who was the only member of the Spice Girls with a name that was an actual spice? So who was the only member of the Spice Girls with a name that was actually a spice? That's question 3. Easy. Okay, question 4 of music. Which is the only country to have won 3 Eurovision Song Contests in a row? So the years were 92, 93, and 94. Have a stab in the dark. So which is the only country to have won 3 Eurovision Song Contests in a row? So 92, 3, 4. What was the country? Really hope my phone keeps on charge. So, bear with, sorry, to personal people. There you go, sorry. And question 5. What was, by a considerable margin, the best-selling single of the 90s? Oh my gosh. Have a go, have a stab in the dark, people. So by a considerable margin, the best-selling single of the 90s. Massive. Massive. That is a belting song. So I'll start humming. I'll start like singing the answers deep down. I don't know. I'm gonna give it away. Question 6. Depeche Mode had their first major US hit in 1981 with which song? So Depeche Mode had their first major US hit in 1981 with which song? What about to hum it then? That wouldn't have been good. Cool. And then question 7 of music. Which did the iconic pop trio a-ha come from? So which country did the iconic pop trio a-ha come from? Bit of take on me. So which country did they come from? Powering through, guys. We're powering through. And question 8. Michael Jackson's debut to his trademark moonwalk was during which song? 1983. So Michael Jackson's debut trademark moonwalk came out during which song in 1983? Great song. Remember, these questions, it's not too good to be true, some of them, but usually it's not. There's always a trick question in my quizzes, always. Okay, question 9. Human League had a Christmas #1 in 1981 with what song? So Human League had a Christmas #1 in 1981 with which song? Before my time. Before my time. One more, guys, then a bit of break and then review. You're doing well. Power through. Power through. And then number 10. Which fruit-themed band scored a Billboard #1 in 1986 with Venus? So which fruit-themed band scored a Billboard #1 in 1986 with Venus? And that, people, you've survived 2 rounds. Congratulations. So this is the time now where you can just have a quick review of stuff. If you did a drink/snack break or whip on the old Just Eat and get something ordered in, you've got a minute or so to do so, and then we'll go through the answers. We'll thrash it out quite quickly and jump to the next 2 rounds of 5. So before you know it, you've done the quiz quite quickly on, and that just kills some time on a Friday. It's something good to do, really, rather than just sitting wallowing, randomly scrolling Facebook for no reason, and social media, which is probably the main thing why people are struggling with mental health these days, which has kind of come across through work. So yeah, a few minutes, guys, get a quick drinks break, and then we'll bang through the sport round. So sport rounds, my favourite round, and then I've got some absolute belting footy, Formula One, rugby, athletics, tennis, racing, you name it, got it all. If you get a full house of the sport, I'll buy you a drink. Go on, I'll buy you a drink. If you get a full house in sport, I'll buy you a drink. When lockdown's finished, obviously. How about that? So you've got a minute or so, get a quick drinks break. Say a quick hello if you stream on a platform, and then just to say hello, how you doing? How's things? And then just we'll go from so a minute or so, and we'll go from there. So if anyone needs any questions repeating from any of the first ones, which are general knowledge, music, then let me know in the comments, and then I'll just have a go and just answer that, and then I'll go through it, and then Jonathan say, I'll get a quick drinks refill, and then we'll go from there for round two. So bear with, give me 30 seconds of a blank screen. Not a pro, but bear with, put your phone down, back in a minute. No. Sorry, one second, I'll joy pouring the very. Round one, question 5 about the Queen. So, what was the Queen's surname? Queen's surname. So, if people give me kind of a thumbs up that they're ready for a bit of the older review, let me know, and then I will crack on with the answers. So let's do this. Let's do this. Yep, we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. So let's look through it, shall we? So question 1, I'll actually ask the answers, isn't it? So is green. So general knowledge, question 1, round 1 is green. Question 2 is red. 75% of the world's flags are red. Heinz was established in 1869. 1869. Question 4, longest pier in the UK, that is Southend-on-Sea. And then question 5 is Windsor for the Queen. And then question 6 is Miss Trunchbull in Matilda as head teacher. Question 7 is what is the most spoken language in the world? That is Mandarin. Not English, it's Mandarin. Question 8, how many legs does the lobster have? That is 8. And how many shillings in a pound? That is 20. And what does IPA stand for in beer? That is Indian Pale Ale. Love it. Music. So who was the second best-selling girl group in history? That was TLC. TLC. And the song You Make Me Wanna, that is Usher 1997's classic. And then question 3. Who is the only member of the Spice Girls to actually give them a spice? That is Ginger Spice. So Geri Halliwell. It's up to you. I don't mind either Ginger Spice / Geri Halliwell. Either one. It's the correct answer for my book. Question 4, Eurovision. So 92, 93, 94, that was Ireland. Question 5. So the best-selling single of the 90s, that is Elton John, Candle in the Wind. Classic. Question 6. Depeche Mode, Just Can't Get Enough. Rocking. And then 7, so the pop trio, a-ha, they came from Norway, bit of Scandinavia, from Norway. And Michael Jackson, he broke out the moonwalk to Billie Jean in 1983. A bit of Billie Jean. Question 9, Human League had a Christmas #1 in 1981 with Don't You Love Me? And then question 10, which fruit-themed band scored a Billboard #1 in 1986 with Venus? That is Bananarama. That is it. That's your 20. If you let me know in the comments what you've got out of 20, it's always good for me to kind of get a ballpark of the array of scores in those rounds, so then I can tweak or adjust or keep the kind of variety and difficulty, so to speak. So if you let me know what you got as a collective, the singulars in your household, what you got, then that'd be much appreciated. It's always good feedback kind of for me to kind of crack on with future research. And then we can crack on with the next couple of rounds. So yeah, if you let me know what you got out of 20, just bang the scoring out of 20. Happy days, really. Cool. People are chipping in from different platforms. Is good. So I think this is kind of you find your rivalry and you start getting a bit extra competitive. Then what I might do as well is kind of have an open Zoom session. I might put it in the comments, stuff like that. If people after the quiz just want to randomly hang out for whatever X amount of minutes, you're more than welcome just to kind of have a catch up, how things are going, how you're doing through lockdown, etc., etc. And then after these next 2 rounds, I'll just kind of briefly explain what I do as a job and why I do this kind of stuff. Off my own back because I want to, but as a deeper meaning behind that. So we'll see. We'll see how you can future support a Christian charity as ourselves. With despite lockdown, there's so much opportunity where we can all collectively come together and support people in greater need than us. So, okay, that saves me waffling. Right, the most important round of the night, standard, is the sport round, and yes, it's difficult to reframe my geekiness for the old sport. I could smash cricket. I could do 10 cricket questions, to be honest, and then that'll be me happy. But can't. I've got to play the field quite literally with me old clientele. So they've got a variety. Remember, this is every Friday at 7 o'clock. Remember, put it in your calendars. I'll do Facebook invites galore, and then we'll go from there. But remember, it's completely bit of fun. So here's sport, and then my second round, the 4th round, is numbers. It's numbers. That is my second round. So you'll see. So question 1 of the old oh gosh, El Sporto is in a decathlon out of the 10 events out of 10, which is in the decathlon, how many are held on the running track? So in a decathlon, out of the 10 events, how many are held on the running track? Boom. We could all do a decathlon, couldn't we? Oh, that's good. So a decathlon one. Okay, question 2. In golf, where does the Masters take place? Oh, classic. So in golf, where do the Masters take place? I don't want the country, not going to count. I want the actual golf course. I want it. Even though I can't play golf very well, but there's your question. And question 3. In which year did Maradona score a goal with his hand? So the hand of God. What year did it happen? So Maradona score a goal with his hand. What year was it? We've all scored a goal with our hand in our time. Remember, guys. So keep all your good on you, mate. Keep all your answers to yourselves in the comments and stuff if you're joining in, and then we'll go through the answers in blocks. So it then says to the people swapping your answers. So just notepad or on your phone, tablet, or whatever, laptop. Refrain yourself. Question 4 of sport, 4 out of 10. How long is an Olympic swimming pool? On in meters. So how long Olympic swimming pool in meters? Length. There you go. On a plate there. Oh, that's a good one, that is. Right, we've got a couple of Formula One questions now. A bit of F1. A couple there. Which car won Fernando Alonso his first title in Formula One? With who? So Fernando Alonso won his first kind of F1 title with which car? Easy, isn't it? And question 6. How many times has Michael Schumacher? So how many times? Surprised I've only got one cricket question in the sport round, which is shocking. But bit of football. This next one, I've got a couple of football. Come on, people. Bit of football now. Question 7. Who were the first non-Premier League side for 23 years to knock out Man United out of the FA Cup in 2010. Great achievement, knocking out the scummy United. But who were the first non-Premier League side in 23 years to knock out Man United out of the FA Cup in 2010? I think in football, it doesn't matter who you support. If it's Leicester, Forest, Derby, a rivalry, we all hate Man United. It's a common goal and Liverpool. It's a common ground. Can't stand Man United. Bunch of cheaters. Anyway, that's me. All these fans, Man United fans from London, tell you what, Talk Sport, love them. Yeah, anyway. Okay, question 8. Hearts and Hibs come from which Scottish city? So the rivalry. So Hearts and Hibs come from which Scottish city? Oh, look at this. If you don't know, just guess a random Scottish city. It's quite big. Question 9. This is my only cricket question, which is poor. In which country would you find Eden Gardens Cricket Stadium? So in which country would you find Eden Gardens Cricket Stadium? What a question. We're doing well, guys. We're doing well. Right, last one of the sport. We've thrown ourselves to rugby union, to be more precise. So, as we saw in last week, Ben Youngs achieved his 100 caps for England. Magnificent. But who is the only other player to reach 100 plus caps for England? So there are 2 in this group. Ben Youngs, who's the only other guy to surpass 100 caps for the England rugby union side? Bit of a clue, kind of in my era of growing up. It's not like 1950s, 60s kind of stuff. It's all right. Okay, that's your sport. That's your sport. And then we're going to do a whip to numbers now. Numbers isn't like mathematical puzzles and equations, which is what Google's for. And this is an array of questions, but the answer is numbers. So some of them you can have a stab in the dark and probably get it. So okay, so round 4 in the yes, Ronnie. Ronnie, do you know where the Eden Gardens Cricket Stadium? There you go. There's your clue. So question 1, round 4 of numbers is: in the Bible, how many plagues of Egypt were there? And what was the first plague for a bonus point? So in the Bible, how many plagues of Egypt were there? Test your Christianity for some of you. Flipping heck. Tested mine. Come back to it. Come back to it. Jot it down. Okay. Question 2. The old numbers. Which number Apollo mission was the space flight that landed the first 2 men on the moon? So what was the Apollo number? Yes, Ronnie. Well done. There you go, one is sorted you out. Ronnie, keep your answers to yourself, mate. People might steal your answers, mate. You've got to keep it to yourself and then submit it. Scroungers on here, mate. Could be careful. Question 3, the old numbers. In Scrabble, which is the only letter worth 5 points? So which is the only letter worth 5 points? Okay, they're quite quickish ones. So question 4, listen carefully. If an internet user follows a broken dead link, they will typically find an error page with which number on the page? So the internet find a broken dead link. What is the typical number on the error page? What is the number? Ronnie, I want an IPL shirt off you. I want a Knight Rider shirt off you. You sort me out. Sort me out, Ronnie. Question 5. How many landlocked countries are there in South America? So how many landlocked countries are there in South America? So landlocked means there's no border. You're stuck between other countries wrapped around you. So how many in South America do you reckon there are? Bonus points if you can guess the actual 2 countries. Bonus points there. Cheers, Ron. Ron, I'll tell you answers, mate, in a minute. You have to pace yourself, mate. You've got to pace yourself, Ron. I know you're keen. Run it. South America, run it. South America. Think about it. Landlocked. You know what I mean? Question 6. So, on most phones, like mobile phones, what number key is also features of the letter M, N, and O? So, on most phones, what number key also features the letter M, N, and O? So the old texting days, which one was M, N, and O? I think the old Nokia 3210 days. You're trying to text the word with an M, N, and an O. What number would you be pressing for that? Okay. Question 7 in the old numbers. In inches, how high is a table tennis net? So from the ground up. So from the table to the top of the net, how many inches is the net? Oh dear. Cool, we're about to powering through here. Last 3, let's break, get a drink. Question 8. What age do you have to reach to be eligible to become president of the United States? So what age do you have to reach to become eligible for president of the United States? Kind of minimal age to be president of the US. What do you reckon? My next 2 questions are stinkers, by the way, and it probably takes a mathematician to probably do these, give or take, quickly. I'd say get your calculators ready to an extent, but I don't want you to, but I know you will. Right. Think about this question very carefully. It's question 9 of numbers. So what do all the sum of the numbers add up to on a roulette wheel? Think about it very carefully before you throw a question answer out there. So what do the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel add up to? You gamblers out there, boom, you should know your roulettes, your naught to your whatever. You add each and every single number up. I'm going to say some might just jot down in your answers to roulette and come back to it if it's a bit like flustery. But there's your one. For mathematicians, gamblers, smash it out. You know what, I'm going to give 2 points to this answer. This one's hard. I'll give 2 points to this answer. It's a tough one, for sure. Have a think. Come back to it. That's a good maths question. A good maths question. Cool. Belting one of those. Right, your question 10 of your numbers. Big one here. How many yards are there in a mile? How many yards in a mile? I want exact. I'm not going to be lenient any stretch. How many yards in a mile? You could probably work out your meters, then work out your mile, then work out your yards. Sorry. And job done. And job done. And then, so this is the stage now where if you need anything repeating question-wise within sport and numbers, let me know in any comment section of any social platform. Quite a few floating about. And then, yeah. And then we'll give it a few minutes so now you've got time to kind of rattle your brains and then get a drink or get a snack or get a delivery sorted or check on your banana cake, which people are frantically doing at the moment during lockdown, which is quite sad. But if they're happy, they're happy. They're happy. Andy, I'd hope you love maths, mate, because that's your profession. But I hope you got that roulette question right. If you're one off, mate, I'd be disappointed. Flipping heck. So you've got a minute or so to kind of have a think, and then I think the biggest one's the roulette question. So think about it, get a drink and a snack or whatever, top up either in the events that I've shared, we'll whip it on YouTube and then share it to your smart screen and then you've got an extra bit of freedom to make some extra notes. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. 100%. So I'll give you a minute or so. And in that meantime, because I've got you guys on here that if anyone that didn't know that I work for a Christian charity called the YMCA Derbyshire, and all our kind of fundraising has been kind of scuppered this year due to the pandemic, and we are doing like a Jolly Jumper Day. So if your workplace, your school, your college, your hospital, nursery dedicates to wearing your like Christmas jumper, and you sponsor that by giving a few quid, as little or large as it is, you dedicate it towards our charity, that we will be immensely grateful for. That I know I understand that people aren't in the actual office as such, but with people like either at work and Zoom and stuff, you're still kind of at work to an extent. So yeah, we'd really appreciate any support from that. So even if it's a small workplace as a voluntary, or you just want to wear it on our benefit, then we'll be immensely grateful. Even if it was like a couple of pounds someone donated, it goes such a long way that I've learned how far money goes within supporting people in need. So think about it. I got some posters, I got some flyers on PDF if you're interested in supporting ourselves in that Jolly Jumper Day. We'll be very, very grateful for that. So thank you in advance. That's all I can say. And you think if you worked in a place with a big population, if everyone donated £1, flipping it can go such a long way. And you'd be surprised with homelessness and mental health on the rise that we get an influx of residents that are coming into our place, and even some of the little as like £1.50 can stretch towards paying for shampoo, shower gel, and deodorant for that one person that comes in with literally nothing. And I've seen it day in, day out, literally nothing, and they're scared stiffless, and something that we can kind of donate and put to their room and give them that support and nurture that they never had before is massive. So seriously consider that if your workplace hasn't got a charity of choice, or you got to a random day of sponsorship, then we'll be really grateful for that. So thank you. So yeah, think about it. If you're interested, message me, and if you're not, then so be it. But it's something that we're passionate for this year. So yeah, give it a go. I hope we're all well. Right, sport-wise. So let's pause some reason. So the old El Sporto. Let's whip back to the first one. That's my waffle and done with work. That's kind of the catch. The catch. It's to raise that awareness that it's needed massively. That I've through our community work, I've seen things that shouldn't be seen, and I've heard things that shouldn't be heard, and it's horrible. I don't like it that we try and do above and beyond, and there's still a massive need. So please support us. Please support us. It goes such a long way. So question 1. So in a decathlon, stick up there for me. Couple. Sorry. There. So in a decathlon, how many events are held on a running track? That is 4. 4. So you've got 100 meters, 400 meters, 1500, and the 110-meter hurdles. It's great. And question 2, in golf, where does the Masters take place? That is Augusta National. If you haven't got the word national, I'm not bothered how harsh you mark yourself. If you're disappointed you've not got the word national, it's up to you. It's up to you. But Augusta National is the official answer for that. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay, in which year did Maradona score a goal with his hand? That is 1986. 1986. And then in 4, how long is a Olympic swimming pool? Lengthwise, that is 50 meters. Big 50. 20 years from that now. Flipping heck. Big 50. Question 5. Which car won Fernando Alonso's first title in F1? It was Renault. And then how many times has Michael Schumacher won the F1 Championship? That is 7. The magnificent 7. I think Hamilton surpassed his race wins recently. Some might correct me, but yeah. And 7 is the, or that kind of clue, isn't it? And the question, the answers. Question 7. Who was the first non-Premier League side to beat? Who's the first non-Premier League side? 23 years to knock out the scum Manchester United out the FA Cup. In 2010, that is the dirty Leeds. Leeds United. Can't stand them. Dirty Leeds. If you put the word dirty Leeds, bonus point. But Leeds United, or the word Leeds, is accessible. And then question 8. Hearts and Hibs come from which Scottish city? That is Edinburgh. He is known for the Edinburgh Derby. Question 9. Bigger on. Go clean away earlier in the old Facebook. So in which country would you find the Eden Gardens Cricket Stadium? That is India. India. Now, don't know whereabouts in India, not sure. But it's in India. Question 10, the old rugby union. So Benny Youngs achieved 100 caps. A monumental achievement. But who is the only other England player to reach 100 caps? That is Jason Leonard. Jason Leonard. And any bonus points for any caps that he achieved? He got 114. 114 caps for his country, which is a sensational achievement in the days where rugby was so dangerous, especially with the prop rules, scrums and all that. So monumental achievement. Okay, question 4, round 1, bit of numbers. Right, I'm going to give you a second to guess your answer in the comment section. And this is a bonus point as well. This is a big one. So my question was, in the Bible, how many plagues of Egypt were there? And what was the first plague for a bonus point? So how many plagues of Egypt were there? Well, rattling the brains all morning. And then I came across this round. I thought, oh, you know what? We're going to do this. So I'm going to say your typing. It was 10. There was 10 plagues of Egypt. And the first plague for your bonus point was turning water into blood. That was your first one. Boom, for free. There you go. Water into blood. I wonder how many folk got that one right. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Question 2 of the old numbers. Which number Apollo mission was a space flight that landed the first 2 men on the moon? That was Apollo 11. Apollo 11. Take them off, cross them off. Question 3. In Scrabble, which is the only letter worth points? That is K. K is worth 5 points in Scrabble. Question 4. So if an internet user follows a broken or dead link, they will typically find an error code or error page with the number error message 404. So 404, 404. 404. How many lock countries are there in South America? That is 2. You've got Bolivia and you've got Paraguay. They're your bonus points. So 1 point for 2, and the other bonus point for Bolivia and Paraguay. And question 6. On most phones, what number key also features the letter M, N, and O? That is 6. The number 6. And question 7. In inches, how high is a table tennis net? That is 6. 6 inches. And what age do you have to be eligible to be the president of the US? That is 35. Fun fact. You've got to be at least 35 years old to be the president. Okay, roulette question. What are you thinking, people? I'll echo the question. You're more than welcome to put your answer in the comment section, obviously, because once you've locked it in, you're locked it in. So, what do the sum of all the numbers of a roulette wheel add up to? So, if you're not playing roulette, you've got the numbers 0 to 36. So add 36, add 35, add 34, add 33, add 32, 31. It comes to 666. 666. There you go. Boom. That is your fun fact of the day, folks. 666. Did anyone get that right? I'm intrigued. Is it too hard? Is it too hard? Don't know. 10th one's pretty hard as well. How many yards in a mile? That is 1,760. It's a bit hard. So how many yards in a mile? 1,760. Okay, so that's your 20 done. If you let me know in the comments how you've got out of either 10 in the sport and 20 and the numbers, you can categorize it or give a block of what you've got out of 20, whatever. It's always good feedback to know what kind of ballpark we're talking with in regard to kind of the variety of questions and whatever's. So yeah, happy to kind of Yeah, let's see what we've got out of 20. And if they smash the roulette question, so be it. If you equate what you've got out of 20 in the sport and numbers round, let us know. And even if you only got a 40, so out of your general knowledge, your music as well, and just block it all up. And if people are like they are competitive on the old social, see what people have got out of 40, and then you've got your more important round, you've got your special round. Not saying anything about it yet, and we'll go from there. So the next round is a bit of numbers as well, to be honest. Bit of the old childhood memories might creep in. So yeah, let me know what you've got. You've got time to get a drinks, whatever. Whoever's got the questions wrong the most in that round, they can go and slave away and get yourself a drink. Just kick them, nudge them, let them get a drink for you. And then you've got your final round and your tiebreaker. And my tiebreaker is usually a bit of fun because it's quite rare that you get someone, in a sense, in this, that you get someone on the joint points. But in your household, if you're a couple ever that you kind of throw your bets, if I say my question, the closest bet wins, but the loser has to do some sort of forfeit that the winner creates, such as you know, put the dishwasher on for the next week and I do nothing. You can be confident with your bets. Let's put it that way. I'm allowed to do or whatever. You name it, it can be done. You've got the power, but it's having confidence in that power. So yeah, let us know what you've got out of 20. Yeah, brilliant, lovely. It's good. People, yeah, chipping in. Lovely. Great variety. Great variety on a variety of platforms. And hope we're all doing well. Hope we're all doing well. So, da, 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 so right, let's jump to the fifth and final round, which is the old special. Special is something that is completely random and will always kind of have that randomness. So for some reason, the fifth and final round, and ask me why, it's Monopoly. Classic British board game, not broad game, board game that we want to kind of highlight. If obviously we've all played it in our household, and then how much do we know about the old Monopoly? But don't get the board out now. You have said Monopoly, don't get the board out now. So I've got 10 questions about Monopoly. Let's thrash it out and let's see how we do. So here we go. So question 1, how many pounds or how many pounds is a player's salary upon passing go? So essentially, what do you get for pass and go in pounds? Standard. Warm up. Warm up. Tell you what, these questions are quality. According to the rule book, I've gone deep on this, so no bickering, no moaning. What does a player receive upon landing on free parking? So what does a player receive upon landing on free parking according to the official rulebook? So you can't moan at me. Lovely. Okay, question 3. How much do you pay if you land on the super tax space? How much do you pay if you land on the super tax space? Good question. Question 4. How much does the banker distribute at the start of each game per player? So how much does the banker distribute at the start of each game? Okay. Question 5. How many houses must you build on a property before you can build a hotel? So how many houses do you need before building a hotel? Okay. How much can you buy one station for in Monopoly? So how much can you buy one station for? Tell you what, I should be paid for these quizzes, the quality. 12th one in, guys. We're 12 quizzes in through lockdown. It's mad. I've ran. No gyms are open, but I've pushed 450 kilometers this year. Big achievement. Did a quick run today. I can get half a 500 kilometers for Christmas. Happy days. Tell you what. Question 7. How many squares on a Monopoly board? How many squares on a Monopoly board? Work it out, work it out. It's all even numbers. Okay. And then question 8. What was the year Monopoly was first marketed? So what was the year Monopoly was first marketed? It was in the UK. And then, just go, guys, just go. Right, I've created the question myself, so apologies. So if I was to move 23 squares from Go, where would I land in Monopoly? If I was to move 23 squares from Go, where would I land? That is a question. I'm too good at this. I'm too good. Okay. Think about it. Come back to it. Just jot the word 23 squares, and then you see from there. And then last question of Monopoly is, right, created this. What is the highest Scrabble score, like square, on Monopoly? And that excludes the advance to go, collect £200 kind of thing. So excluding the first square Monopoly, advance to go, which most kind of versions vary, so I'm not including that. So which square on Monopoly would get the most score points in Scrabble? Boom, what a question. I'll give you a few seconds on that one because that's an hard one. Okay. And that is your fifth and final round before the tiebreaker. So if you've got any questions that need repeating, let me know in the old comment section. And then if not, then so be it. I'll give yourselves a minute or so. And then from that minute, we'll go through that Monopoly special round and then review it and then go to the tiebreaker, which is the kind of forfeit round as such. And then from that round, we'll jot it all up, add it out of 50, and then happy days. So all is well. And then what I'll do is, if I want to have like a post hangout as such, that there's just a rare variety of people, which is amazing. That if you want to like touch base and say hello, how's things doing? You know, how's work? How's lockdown? If you're furloughed, how's it going? And just support each other. So I will send a Zoom invite on as many platforms as possible. If that's the private chats, if that's YouTube, if that's personal Facebook, if that's anything really, I'll put it out there. You don't have to accept and join, but kind of a catch up and say, you know, mate, how's it going? You know, great shirt and all that. You know, it's fine. You know, you're more than welcome to join in and say hello and just kind of share how things are for you and how we kind of support one another through lockdown. So, which is what this is all about, really. It's just support one another and distractingly, whatever this is. So, don't bother me at all. So, hopefully, it don't bother you. Hopefully. So, I guess I was 30 seconds, and then we'll crack through the old questions, and then go from there. So, I'll keep doing quiz until Boris says otherwise. But if there's a need and demand for it, I'll do it. Obviously. But I understand people won't be kind of quizzed out as such through other avenues of quizzing through family, friends, workplaces. I get it massively. I get it, but it's something that is there. It'll always be here on a Friday at 7. So hopefully, it's kind of peak time for people to kind of do something and distract themselves from flicking on Instagram and social media, which is all fake, and it's a main reason for why mental health so on the rise so much. So I encourage people to kind of delete social media for a month and just get away from it, because it's immensely toxic, and you'd be surprised how much you depend on it. And once you get off that weaning of social media, you'll be laughing. Honestly, you'll be laughing. And obviously, if you just checked on it or down it every month and just checked on stuff, then fair enough. But you'd be amazed how much you naturally depend on it, whether it's like adverts on TV. You naturally get your phone out and whack through the old social media scroll, think flipping heck. When you deleted the app, that's what you naturally go for. You're like, geez, that's bad. And it's kind of like deleting those habits. When you've got rid of those habits, I think you'll be amazed of how free your mind is. It's not consumed with all this, and this is why we need to kind of encourage that support of mental health, and it's encourage those support networks that are out there for people in need. And I'm not saying everyone needs that mental health support, but I'm saying that don't depend. Social media is not the answer. I think that's what it is. Anyway, that's me waffling. So, round 5, Monopoly. So, how many pounds do you get for pass and go? That is 200. 200 pounds pass and go. And according to the rule book, what does a player receive upon landing on free parking? That is nothing. You get nothing. I play the rule, which is a popular rule, that all the fines, all gets put in the middle. Then when you land on free parking, you take all the fines money, and it's a game changer. So that's my rule, but it's not the official rule, but use that rule. Question 3. How much do you pay if you land on super tax? That is 100. So 100 if you land on super tax. 5 of how many houses must you build on a property before you can build a hotel? That is 4. That is 4. Question 6 of how much can you buy one station for? That is 200. Question 7. How many squares on a Monopoly board? That is 40. You put every corner's 10 times 4, job done. And what was the year when Monopoly was first marketed? That was 1935. 1935. Question 9. If I was to move 23 squares from, Go, Advanced Go, I would land on Fleet Street. Fleet Street. And then, another debatable, the old Scrabble one. What is the highest Scrabble score square in the old Monopoly that doesn't include Advanced Go kind of stuff? Because it's so technical. It's actually in jail, just visiting, which is 36 points in Scrabble. So in jail, just visiting. Let me know what you get out of 10 on that one, because that was a difficult one. I'm not gonna lie. In jail, just visiting. That was the last one. And then now, I'll give you a few minutes or a minute or so to kind of gather your scores and you can kind of gather them out of 50. So this is the time where we see who has championed at the old quiz. So if it's in your household, if you're competing with your partners as such, that let us know your scores out of 50, and then kind of collate it all. You're going to find out on this stream if whoever's the champion of the old social quiz, and then we'll go from there really. So I'll give you a minute. I'll get a, and within that quick break, hopefully the comment section is rammed with total scores, and then we'll go for a tiebreaker, which kind of I slash it with a forfeit kind of household question round, and then I'll ping in a Zoom invite. People just want to hang out on the Zoom, and for even like a minute or half an hour, it's there, and it's just like, how you doing? How's things? Do you enjoy the quiz? And how you doing? And it's just random chat with random people if need be, and that's what it's all about through these times. It's just coming together as one. So let me know what your score is, and I'll be back in a minute, and then from that we'll go through who I think is the champion of the quiz. So be right back. Cool. So, oh gosh, people are commenting. So, I'm gonna get a Zoom invite kind of prepped and ready. And I've copied the invitation. That I'll put that in all platforms, and then from those platforms, if you kind of want to join in and whatever, then great. If not, then so be it. So tiebreaker, this is the one. Tiebreaker time is the big one. It's always the monumental kind of question of the week. The closest guess wins. So my question is, closest guess, you're more than welcome to comment in the comment section. Once you've commented, that is your commitment. That is it. Tiebreaker, how many rooms in Buckingham Palace? So how many rooms in Buckingham Palace? That is your question. How many rooms in Buckingham Palace? What do you reckon? I'll give you 30 more seconds, and then I will start sharing the answer, and then I'll start sharing the old Zoom, if I can say that, share the old Zoom Zoom invites. So how many rooms in Buckingham Palace? So how many rooms in Buckingham Palace? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Difficult. Right, I'm going to copy a Zoom link. I'm going to share it on YouTube. I'm going to share it on Facebook. Link address. And then I'll see who else join. And then Facebook, your personal stuff, I will ping the I don't know how to share the actual. I should basketball. So, how many rooms in Buckingham Palace? That is, you've got 775. So 775 is your answer for the rooms in Buckingham Palace. So that is it. So Buckingham Palace. And hopefully people may have got that. I don't know. Or the closest guess wins. Let me know. Let me know. Is in my newsfeed now. Posted right now is a Zoom invite for anyone and everyone that wants to kind of just join in, even if for 5-10 minutes. But the thing is, with a phone, I can't see the comments. So people, food for thought, that it's next day at 7. It's next Friday at 7. And that is the main thing. So we want to kind of ensure that if you want to get ready and watch and be a part of it, it's 7 o'clock. It's a complete Facebook Live event. And if you want to get involved, a couple of specials, all age, family friendly, let us know and we'll encourage that. And then we'll go from there, really. So I've just logged into my kind of personal account on Facebook on the laptop, and I put a link in the comment section. I've not seen any comments, so if you're gonna slate off the questions, then be it. But if this is hopefully, if this will be a staple quiz entertainment kind of concept that will last an hour and a bit. and it distracts from the doom and gloom of the world. And I want to kind of encourage that encouragement, that positive fact in the world that we can all pull together. And if people want to join in with this quiz and be some sort of co-host, and if I do a general a sport round or music round, then let me know. Let me know. It's important that we kind of all come together as one, and we want to kind of do this as a kid. I think it'll be more fun, and we'll reach more people, and those more people that you never with like really like lonely and isolated in their homes, even if they have jobs and stuff, they're still quite lonely and isolated. That we want to kind of reach out to those people that want to kind of I've link from all platforms, and job done really. And all chats, links, even if it's for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. It's good to see you, and yeah, we'll go from there really. So take care, everyone. Hopefully you in the bath. Terrible. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and then we'll go from there. So take care, and bye bye. If I can get Alf live, that'd be great on Facebook.